So the idea will be today we're going to let's get the map up. So we're going to be working on the room where you find Leon originally, and you have to get the rope to drop through the floor above. So I'm calling it the stage because that's literally what it is. I really wish there was a way you could like zoom in on this. I bet you'd be a way to do it as well. I'm just looking now. Oh, there isn't, is there? No. Right, whatever. So that's what I'm going to be focusing on today, but I've had an issue that I've been hitting with it. Because there are many issues I've just realised as well. Well, this is primarily because obviously you keep within the game space. Obviously stuff like this is going to happen. When you start building this first and then you finally match everything up in the inside, it's not going to match the outside. This is starting to sound a little bit like Capcom when they did Resident Evil 2 originally, isn't it? I'm going to have to go back now and rework that. The way it is, it's not matching where the doors are. It doesn't really matter to an extent, but I don't like seeing things like that when they don't match. So, yeah, that's just me rambling on. So anyway, the only reason why I'm doing this particular area is because I can't build the opposite side of the ship without that part, because I won't know exactly how much space is going to be needed for that. But what I can do is obviously start building the boundaries for this room now, which is what I'm going to do. So I need a cube. So I know it's going to match up with this. And it has to match up with that particular area there. So I'm going to do that first. And I'll just pull this up. I'm going to have to pull it down anyway, because it's not matching the actual position of this, because I had to adjust the position of it because it's not matching up with the main hall in terms of position. So it's going to look a bit weird if the character's like an elevation. And then, I mean, it won't matter when you're actually playing for it and transitioning to the different room, but when you're building stuff, you've got like... So you've got like your standard, like the main hall is like this. So every time, obviously, I'm building something, because of the way the position is, it's going to be kind of like that. So what I need to do is then obviously reconstruct everything so it fits that position exactly, so that when I'm actually building the rooms, it stays at the exact point that it's supposed to be. But again, you're not going to see this when you're running around in the game itself, but when you're building stuff, you need it to be exactly the same height and position, so that when the doors are built, it all matches up correctly. Because otherwise you have all kinds of crazy stuff happen, and I don't want to be having that anymore. Right, so I'm just going to reverse the normals on this, and then do back face culling, because obviously I want to see inside this cube, because that's going to be the room. Right, so it does come off a little bit. Oh, it comes off a little bit, it says. It's like half the freaking bloody thing up here. So this goes all the way to where... Oh, we may have an issue here. Oh, no. Oh, right. I'm going to have to adjust this for the game space now. You swine. So this is looking completely weird, because now this is looking much bigger than it should be. Oh, this bloody room. This is all because of that bloody thing on that side. Anyway, I'm rambling. Let me just... Right, because obviously that's going off the game space, I need to move that in. That is just purely for the game's reason. That is a lot of space. Oh, no. Right. I'm going to push that out. So it's going to roughly fit in where that door is. Give or take that much space, because that would be where the wall is. The walls are thick in this bloody room and everything else, but the fact of the matter is, you're only seeing that thickness because of the perspective of the map. Because obviously we're dealing with sprites here. They've got very, very thick bloody walls, which is fine because it means that you can kind of get a rough idea. But when you're trying to get something very accurate, you start realising just how much of a pain in the backside this is. Because now the rooms are a little bit bigger than they should be. Oh god, this is going to drive me nuts, isn't it? I'm going to have to like come up with little things and like crazy other ideas just to get everything to bloody fit now, aren't I? Right. So, door frame. That's where the door frame is. Just fit that in there, because that's where those two bits are going to be. So that's the door frame. Just going to rip that out. Oh, but then again, doesn't it have like... it's on above in it. And it does have that kind of weird looking sprite bit. Right, what I'm going to do then is I'll put that back in because I'm going to need it. Right, I can hide these now because all I'm interested in is this particular room space, the boundaries for this. So where my eyes are seeing it. And bearing in mind I'm working with sprites here. Try to convert these into 3D is a pain in the backside for me. So from what I can see, it's kind of going like this. You've kind of got like... That is what it looks like, doesn't it? To me anyway. So what I'm going to do is follow that assumption to what I can see. Might be best not to push those out just yet because I need to do those pillars that are in this room. But I am going to just throw these pillars all over the freaking spot. Because, oh my god, there's so much space to use here. Yeah, fair enough, you can get 3 down here. But then you got, like, this space. This is a stage. Fucking hell. How the hell... Oh, right. Let me just put down another layer and call this boundary. This is going to be a fun session, isn't it? An incredibly fun session of insanity because I'm going to have all this space to work with, which is I'm going to have to fill in it more with stuff. And I can't think what sort of stuff I should be filling it in with. Because there's nothing I can use as a reference in this, because there isn't that much in this room. But now the other issue is going to be, if it's this bloody big, we're going to have to figure out some sort of event to have in here. Oh yeah, I do need to do that as well, don't I? Right, let me just do this very quickly. I need to put the stage in itself. Only thing is, let's try to figure out how big this stage actually is. Suppose I can make an assumption and say it's this big. And just drag it along and then just rip that off. I suppose that works out. Right, let me just do this first. So I want to drag it all the way up to there, delete that end. No! What did it do? I don't want it to delete anything but this end here. Why is it deleting all of it? Stop doing that. Right, okay, I'll click off you. What the hell is going on? Oh, what the hell? What the hell? I'm sorry, what? Ooh. What's he doing? Alright then. Alright, Maya. You're going to be a pain in the ass like that. You can go. Right. I've never encountered this random shit before. Let me see. if this will do it. So I get that and get that. I'm just going to delete that and that because I don't want it taking up anything that it's not going to be using. And you know what? I can delete the bottom of this and the bottom of that because you're not going to see it. Wait a minute, why would it have... Right, I'm not even going to question the confusion I'm in right now. I'm just going to do this, do that. Right, the boundary's set up. I need to do the steps. I'll do those in a minute. Okay. Let's do the steps now, actually. 3 steps up. About that much of a distance. I'm going to say about that much. I need to get the Barry model in just to do a quick comparison. What the hell's it doing now? 1. Ooh, that's a bit of a... Right, I'll work about that in a minute. Let me just import the Barry mesh. And this time, not the one I don't always import, so... Please bet this be the right one. Brilliant. Right. So this is the actual size the character is in game. So this is how I know everything's accurately built to what the game specification is. So let me just do these steps. So 1, 2, and 3. Okay. It does come out like that. No, it doesn't, because that's where that bloody part of the wall is, isn't it? Yeah, you I got to butcher this even more. Right, fine. Okay, I'll butcher it even more then. I hate butchering stuff when I don't need to. So I'll cut about that much away. Drag these sets of edges down because that'll give me the wall. Okay, and now I can do the steps. So I'm going to do them this way, it just makes it easy for me. 1, 2, I might have to adjust this before I'm done. 3. Oh, that isn't too bad actually. Or am I just like so out and I'm just not realising how out it is? No. Let's have a look. That's not too bad actually, and I can just kind of merge those together like that. So that's that done. That's working correctly. That's the stage done. That's such a big stage door for what you're seeing here. But then again, I'm dealing with a thick wall. But you can't really see this side. I mean, I could get away with so much stuff there. I could... Oh, I don't bloody know. I'll think of something. I always do. Right. So the character model is in. I'm going to have to rip a part of that roof open. If only to keep consistent with the 3rd floor's map. Good freaking grief, this is going to drive me batshit insane, isn't it, this stream? Oh dear. Right, I'll do that broken part of the roofing soon. I want to concentrate on this. So, go back 1. So I'm going to do these pillars now. But I'm thinking I'm going to swipe these from Resident Evil 3 as well. I've been doing a lot of asset swiping from that project I did. It just makes things easier for me. Because I've already got them built. I've already got a set of pillars built in the clock tower. So I can just take those and give them a new texture. The other thing is they're a bit too ornate, but I can just, well, I'm not going to say steal because it is my work anyway. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to reuse them for a different thing. Yeah, and then we could just do that, and I can obviously, hang on, let's have a look, rip it in half, because obviously you're not going to see that half, and that just makes it poly budget a little bit less, and other crazy things. What the hell's going on here? I only wanted that highlighting. Oh wait, so that's actually part of that. Oh shit, right. I'm going to be rebuilding that bit anyway. I'm doing the wrong bit now. Oh Jesus, don't rip the friggin' wrong bit off, that's all I need. So it's that bit I need. Yep. And I'll just get rid of these bits here, because I'm not going to need these. I'll just rebuild it as I'm working. But that bit there definitely won't, but I need to change the top of it to match that bit there, so what I'm going to have to try and do... Oh, it's going to let me. Perfect. So I'll break this off here. Like so. And then I'm just going to set the pivot and then mirror that geometry and then plus Y. New pillar done. I'm just going to give it a new texture. I'm not going to try using that one. So just throw a lambert on for now. Put that in the centre where I know where it's at. So I'm going to do the non-deform history and the history on that mesh. Got pillar mesh. Got the assets. And I'm just going to bring that in now. Like so, that's it loaded into the game. We're not even in the game, that's it loaded into the scene. Right, 180U. Okay, let's have a gander. So I want it up against this wall here, but I need to do this. How many is there? So it's double these. So I'm going to scale him in just a little bit. And then I'm going to push him up a little bit. Did they go all the way up? There's a bit at the top, isn't there? So it's like that, so to speak. And they go obviously a bit lower, because they're going in front of that bloody bit of a wall. These are definitely going to be pushed out a little bit, but it's a work in progress. Spell that. So I just want to drag that along, because there's two of them. Then there's two there. And then there's two in the centre. So that's what it should roughly look like from translating it from the sprite to 3D. Let me get this. I want to rip that off. Make the roof its own separate entity. Yeah, not going to do that, so do that. Make that the roof. Because that's what that is. And I just want to get rid of that for now. Close this back to the boundaries. Okay. So you can't really tell what they are supposed to look like. I mean, for me personally, what they look like to me. And then see what I mean by how it looks absolutely nothing like what it's supposed to. So I need to move it into position, adjust it to the bloody position where I need it to be. There. There. Oh. So it's there, but I need to push it out just a little bit more. Right, so what this looks like to me is it's going to do this. But I'm going to push it out all the way along because it just adds a bit more detail to it. It makes the design look a little bit more interesting. And again, we're dealing with 3 dimensions and not sprites. Let's see about giving these some beveling. Maybe a bit more beveling than that. Say 6 file. Oh no, not that much. Yeah, thank you for that. I don't want to be blowing the computer up. Oh god, that's all I bloody need. I think that one just needs to be pushed in a little more. Just to keep with that position there. So that's where that is. Or a chord, in theory. Push that in just a little bit. That keeps within the same sort of thing. Right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to start putting the cameras in, because I'm going to need to get an idea of definitely how many cameras I'm going to need for this room. It's going to be quite a few, actually. So, open, import me some rigs. Get the starting areas cameras, because I can obviously reutilise them for what I need them for. And first things first, I'm going to grab all the cameras, add them to their own layer. Name that layer cams because I know what it is, and then just lock them. Because otherwise everything will go to hell, and when I'm starting to modify stuff, it's going to all go crazy doing it. Right, I need to adjust some settings. I need to get this sorted out before I do anything else. So, put that as a render quality. Boom, boom, boom. Want my ray tracing on. Okay. Just throw a spotlight in there. So obviously camera 0 is going to be when the door opens. So let's do that light there. Set this to quadratic. 0.750 intensity because that's standard soft image light default, even though I'm not working in that. And now I'm going to move the camera, so I need camera 0, and I'm just going to drag that in, and I'm just going to position it definitely needs to be moved. Right, so let's just give this a quick render and test it. Yeah, it's going to do that, so I just need to change my colour management, and that's what it looks like now, because I've got the door frame in. I should really put the door in now, actually. Let me... Ooh, that is a good question, because it's a side door, isn't it? No way of knowing what the doorknob is. I don't like it if I put a doorknob in and you don't see what the doorknob is on that side, because I think I previously mentioned when I've been doing these streams, when you look at some of the rooms in there that have been done in the old games, sometimes like in the older builds you'll see that the doorknobs don't match from one side to the other, and it's kind of like a pet peeve of mine, because if the doorknob isn't in the right position like it should be, it just sets my OCD off. I mean, it should set everybody's OCD off, because we're used to opening a door on a daily basis and shutting one, so we know that the knobs have to be on both the sides. And every time I say this, I'm waiting for somebody to come in the chat and just start mentioning certain things like they do. Probably won't happen now, but you never know. Oh, right, what was I doing? The door. Right, that's the one. There it is. So in this instance, because I haven't got a clue because the sprites doesn't show me what it is. I'm just going to have it that way around, generically, because I just haven't got a bloody clue what side it is, what position it is, whatever. So what I'm going to do now, because obviously I've got this in, and I know that this is where the door frame is, this is where the door's going, I can do that, and I know that I did make this door a little bit bigger. So all I have to do now is just give me 1 second to just readjust the size of this. Get my pivot point and then just need to do it to there for that, and I just need to push it up a little bit there, so that's done. Right, so that's done. Next thing I need to do is get the, what the hell did I call them? No, what the hell are you doing? Door frame beam, that's the one. So these are the door frame beams. So I'm keeping all of these consistent from either side. So these are all on the 2F whole way this way. If you've watched the previous streams, you'll know that these were already on that side, but this is me keeping consistency. And that's what they look like. So now I've got them in place. Do a quick re-render. Might just need to push that light a little bit out a bit. That seems about right. Put a light there. Let's just have a quick gander now. Yeah, that'll do. Okay. What I'm going to do now, I've got that in there, I'm going to throw the roof back into position, and what I am going to start doing is putting all this detailing in now that I know where that is. The problem is, what am I about? There's not going to be a single bloody problem. I'm moaning about one simple thing, right? So what I need to do now with here, with regards to these being where they are, and me having to push out assets there, they really are too big for what they need to be. I wonder. I wonder if I should push that in a bit. Let me do that actually. Right. This is where you start seeing me go a little bit doolally. I wonder if I push it in that way, that'll be that. But then you've got the issue now of it not matching up with that, because now there's that freaking gap right there. Ah, the gappage. But then the wall's thick. I should really start thinking about that. Oh, Jesus, wet. Right, let me reposition these again. For the sake of authenticity. Seriously, that's the only reason why I'm doing this. Right, now it looks more like it's supposed to. Now what I need to do, before I lose all my sanity, is I need to slice these bits here, so I can push these parts of the wall out only, for now, here anyway. So, what I can see from these sprites is that you've got a bit of the wall here. So it comes out like this. But then these bits come out a little bit more. And that's the way I kind of see it. And unless I've done that the wrong way around, I think I might have actually. Let's just test what I mean. Doing that way. Okay. So now I've got them in that place. What I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly throw in another camera. So camera 1. So it's going to be definitely about there, isn't it? Let's push it back there. Let's have a quick render test for this one. Oh, Barry, I'm going to have to get rid of you in a minute. You're going to be intimidating people with that beard. Right. That looks okay, actually. Yeah, I like that angle. Let's keep that one in. Just close the cameras down. Get you out of the way, Mr. Burton, and carry on with everything. Oh, this is going to drive me AWOL, it is. Because now it's like a chunk missing, but that's how much of a chunk there should be missing. Oh, dear God. This is the sort of stuff I have to put up with when I'm looking at this stuff. Right. So, with that in mind, I'm going to give these a nice texture, because I'm not going to be texturing them per se. I'm just going to add a bling to them. A light grey bling. And I'm just going to remove the reflectivity, because obviously those things shouldn't reflect. Suppose I can give them the same bloody thing. Okay. I'll explain why now, because I want another set on this side next to the door, because again you don't see that side of the wall, because again sprites, so it gives me a bit of wiggle room in that I can add more of these in as support beams. So I could easily add another 3 in there, and it works because again it's what you can't see from the sprites. I have to admit they do look good in there detail wise, because again it's taken from it's taken from the dining room in the clock tower, those pillars. It's just obviously I've adjusted the design of them because they've got like a different funky design on the top, and they're more round on the top with little bits coming off. So I think they look alright in there actually for what they are. So I'm just going to stick one more in that corner there, because I'm only going to get one in there. I'm going to put another light source. I'm going to put it about here. I mean, I'm not even supposed to be piddling around with light sources at the moment. I'm just supposed to be concentrating on getting all this room built. But the problem being is, when you've got that much to build and nothing's matching, stuff needs to be fixed and filled in and everything else. Right, so that's that done. Now if I'm going to have that going on the back, which I'm going to probably need to anyway. Oh bloody hell, this is going to turn me insane. I think the only place I'm not going to have these is on the stage itself, because that would just be stupid. I could have bigger ones going there. And do you know what? I'm just going to go for the whole frigging shebang with this bloody stage. I'm actually going to put the curtains on. There's no curtains in the Sprite, but I'm going to put curtains on because it's a stage. It just doesn't make any bloody sense where there's a stage, it's that big and there's no curtains on it. Why? Me arguing with the process once more. Definitely could put a set of curtains on there. I'll do that later on now, because that means you don't do all end cloth physics and stuff. That's fun stuff to do. But it is bloody time consuming, and the amount of polygons that bloody curtains use when you try to do end clothing. But it is fun. I've done it a lot for Resident Evil 3 Revisited. Usually for like carpets that are loose. I've even done it with magazines, because you can do magazines as well. You just give it like collision motion And you can have like an object that's the collider, and you can just literally, with the physics system in Maya, it just drops it and gives it the bend like a magazine would do, and then you just kind of grab the mesh that you need. So there's a lot of amazing things you can do with Enclaw physics. I don't know if it's actually in the newer versions of Maya. I mean, it should be, unless they've got some sort of more sophisticated bloody variants now, but I wouldn't know. I haven't used one of the newer models in a while. I'm more sticking with this one because the tools work with it. Right, so that can go there. Let's see. I can easily get 2 more in there. Perfect. Get rid of them. Now the question is, are these going to work, translate perfectly fine on the wall? The back area. Let's have a look. Let's see how much this is going to break my brain trying to figure out if I can get it to work. Yeah, that'll do, right. Okay. So we do need a bit of a gap. So that one. Oh, perfect. Yeah, I'll fit in there. I've just got to delete these ones and those ones, and done. Perfect. Just want to have them on the stage, because it doesn't make any sense having them on the bloody stage. And again, the only reason why they're behind there now and at the sides is because you don't see the sides on that front-facing wall because you're looking above in the screen. So there's a little bit of wiggle room for creativity there. And I'll take whatever the hell I can to make these rooms look interesting, because that's just the way it goes. I need to move that one up just a little bit. Just so it's right next to that pillar, I can have that little bit of detail in there. Right, that's absolutely fine. Do you know what? Just leave it there. Just leave it there. I don't want to go insane with this. Right, so that's that done. Right, so the next thing I need to get in are these bloody chairs. Now, the issue that I'm going to have with this, especially when I'm looking at these, as soon as I import this chair, it's going to be big, in it. But this would be the correct size, so I call it main hall chair. So this is the average size one. Actually, it might work this time around. I did this in the piano room on the previous stream, if you want to go and look it up, and they were huge for that room. But it's like they shrunk the sprite of the chair so it could look like there was more in, but it just makes them look so bloody small in this sort of sense when you're doing 3D. So I kept them the same size as they are here. And it looks weird, but it kind of fits what it's supposed to. But then that's again with the size and scale and everything, and try to make it all bloody fit. So I need to do some modifications to this chair. It's got an obscure back to it, hasn't it? But it kind of resembles this chair, but they look gold plated. So that's easy enough to do, because all I have to do is just separate this mesh and give them a nice gold metal texture render thing material. But no, not that one. Oh bloody hell, no, what am I doing? I have a nice gold plated 24 carat seat to sit at. Might as well chuck that at a bloody zombie and see how long that'll bloody last. Right, I want that bit to be like that. They got that obscure little bit that sticks out, which is why I keep saying it's got to be like that. And since you never see any from the bloody front, what the hell am I trying to do here? Right, so what I can say is I'm going to have to employ the pipe script. So, excuse me. So I'm going to need to go into my scripts and load this little plugin up I've got. And so I'll just quickly do that. So I'm going to be able to get this shape, you see. Right. So create a new pipe. Let's go full shebang with this. Give me a 16 sized one there. Right, this can be like the straight bit. So I'm going to set that to 1. I'm going to add a pipe, range of 5, bend it, probably 45 actually, but change that curve scale quite a lot. Okay. Rotate that. And then I want to add another pipe, but I want to rotate it that way. Bend it that way. Add a pipe. I'm going to set that to 1. Bend it 0. Oh no, okay. Ooh, that looks a bit weird actually. Let me have the... Right, okay, add the pipe, rotate that 90, bend that 0. No, I'm going to have to bend that 90. Oh no, what we've done. Oh, that way. Rotate it. Maybe change the curve scale a little bit. Add the pipe. Rotate it. Oh, you swine. But I suppose it gives it a nice little design for it. I mean, it isn't... It's supposed to be ornate. I mean, that gives it a nice ornate look, doesn't it? I'm going to finish the pipe with that one then, because it's kind of what I wanted. It's not the same as the Sprite, but it looks really intriguing, so I'm going to stick with that one. So the idea is, I'll just do it quickly now. Obviously, I'm going to scale that down. And scale it down still a little bit more. Might need to actually, let's see what I can do here. Right, so I'm just gonna employ that metal again, and then I'm just going to mirror geometry, but not on a Y, so I think we're going to need that on an X, other way. So I want that on a plus X. See, I like that. I like that. It's it adds something different. It's all flat in the sprites, but that just gives it like a little bit more of an interesting shape. I'm sticking with that one actually. Sod it, I'm sticking with it. I enjoy the way that looks. My only grip is now though is I've got to make this all bloody fit, haven't I? What I'm gonna do. So it's attached like that to the chair, isn't it? Oh God, I don't want to make this any smaller though, because if I make it smaller, it means I've got to push that out further, and I like the design, damn it. Why would you do this to me? No! Right. Fine. I'll put a straight in then. Will that make it work? Just drag that along a little bit. And then just soften those edges. Try it now. And then obviously I can just drag that there. And that just... I don't think that's correct, I suppose. No, but I like the original one, you swine! Right, anyway. Oh dear, listen to me bloody morning now because I get this to look like it. And I'm like, oh, but I like that one. Oh no, I can't have that one. Denied. Let's drag them down. Make them on par with that one. Perfect. Right. Oh, it does have that little bit, but then I need to... Will it let me push this bit out? No, of course it bloody won't, but will it let me extrude that bit out? Yes. And that's how I get that bit right. Got the weirdest looking bloody chair I have, but this is what the sprites are showing me, and I'm not going to go against the sprite work. Apart from that thing, because it did look pretty damn cool until I had to add the straight to it. Right. So that's the chairs. And these are all going to be dotted round and roughly the same position that this should be. But trying to match them up with the sprite, well, let's see if I can do it. Right. So that one's there. So I'm going to flip that 180. So that's about there. It's just past that step, so it's actually there. About there. And then you've got two just here in the corner here. You've got one that's down here, but since I haven't got a bloody way of using them as a reference, this is going to be a pain in the ass. So there's that one there. Then there's like two across from here. With a bit of spacing there. So there's like two of them there like that. There is then two just up from it like that. Maybe a little bit further up, just a spacing up, like that. Sort of correct. Sort of. See, this is what I mean. It just looks so obscure when you try to translate these chairs because they're so big, but the room's just so obscurely built, and it's like, this is how they need to be built. Oh dear, right. Okay, so. And in same proximity as them. Oh, it's alright then, that makes sense. So them two are there. So there's two there, like that. Maybe I just need to make those steps a little bit smaller. Maybe that's what's catching me off. Maybe I just need to make them a little bit smaller. But then that means I have to move everything up now. Oh, Jesus, wet, right. Move it up a little bit. Right, so there's one of these chairs, and it's about there. There is a chair that's fallen over there, but that's too much bloody room. Let's just try and move them over a little bit more. Not that much space isn't there on that side, but then carpet doesn't bloody help. Maybe I'm just going to have to push all these down a little bit. Right. Either way, what it's supposed to look like is this one is on the floor. Not like that though. So I'm supposed to put that one that way. No, keep that one that way. What can I do with that one? No. Wait, hang on, what? Try that way. That's it. Right, so I need to flip it the other way around. So if I flip that negative 90, nope, it's got to be the other one that's negative 90 then. That one, yes, that's that one. Thank you. As long as people are appreciating this work, that's all that matters to me. So this chair is going to be like this. My issue is it's going to be hitting that one and I don't need it to. So much space it's supposed to be in, but it's just not enough space. Oh no, this bloody thing's going to drive me mad, isn't it? But that is where it is. I can't adjust it anymore because that is where that little control room is. It's where the bunk beds are. It's where that corridor is into this area here. I can't just rip that up and start making it smaller because it needs to fit to the confines of what the hell I'm doing. No, it was Capcom. Backgrounds were built internally by the team back in 96 to 99 with Resident Evil 3. And they had their own little division there, did the background work, because they all used what is known as the O2 system, which was installed with Softimage 3D, which is what they would have used to build all of the 3D assets for them. They didn't do the cutscenes or the FMVs, that was a different company, but they did do all the background builds in-house in Capcom itself. But they did use Softimage to do that. A lot of companies back in the 90s all had Softimage to use. Like I think I've mentioned before, Capcom used it, Squaresoft would have done it. It was, is it Imagemaker or something like that it's pronounced? Something like that. They're the ones that did the FMVs. But Capcom did all the pre-rendered backgrounds in-house. But then another company did the FMVs, they didn't do those. They just did the background work. Then apparently it took 2 weeks to render, but we still don't know if that went per render or per angle or per room. It's something that no one's been able to get a straight answer for the years later after it all. So, yeah. Another history lesson there. They don't do the FMVs now. But they did do all the background renders because it was their own work. What? One, two. It depends entirely on what you mean by well, because again, with those two games, you're dealing with 320 by 240 renders, and that's the max resolution they ever used for those. Whereas with the RE3 stuff I did, I had full 640 by 480 renders to go off. And in regards to this, I've got 8-bit sprites to work off. So it kind of balances itself with this, because the amount of issues I'm bloody having with this right now. The room's too small, or it's too wide, or it just doesn't conform to what I need it to. I'm still thinking of going and doing RE2 at some point. I keep saying I'm going to, but I don't know. I wonder if I should just push these down a bit. But then I don't really want to push them down, because that's technically where the aisle... I mean... I'm going to push these down a bit. A smidgen. Just a smidgen. There. I'll still figure it out. I always will do. If you mean I'm doing it with importing the actual camera data and then obviously reapplying those as image files that the camera is using, that so I can match it up correctly, then yeah. That's the way you do it. And I can do that with RE1 and I can do it with RE2 as well. So you can just import the camera data which matches up, and then obviously you get in... I always say it's 95 to 99% accurate to the original renders, because some of them on import, the cameras don't match up, and then sometimes you have to manually readjust it all. One example I can kind of give is the boutique straight, which is what I call it, but it's where the boutique is. None of the camera angles matched up at all when I imported that the first time. I had to physically move all the cameras back round to position it perfectly with the renders. So there's a lot of horror stories I've been saying about these rooms and the camera data. So even with that little bit of extra tech, there's still a lot of manual work involved. Again, with this door, I've got no renders to work with guidance stuff. I've only got the sprites to work with, and they're 8-bit. And like I keep mentioning, because you don't see the sides of the walls and technically the front of the wall because of the bird's eye perspective you're looking at, it means I got a little bit of leeway with what I can do creatively with it. But also it's a pain in the ass because, again, there's nothing on this side, there's nothing on that side. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, so I just have to try and fill in the blanks with these. That's the only issue I've got with guidance stuff at the minute. That and the fact that some of it is just not matching up. It's doing a Resident Evil 2 on me all over again, and I don't like that. Oh god, I hate it when it does that. Right. That's need a door. Oh, that'll do. It's almost need a door. Right, so there's 2 there. So I'll put them there like that. And then there's about 3 of them there. But, oh, actually, there's 3 there, isn't there? But it's below that one. So if I do that there and add an extra one, that's the right position there. Right. Wait, hang on. That's below that, isn't there? Because there's another 3 above that one. Just move that in a bit. Right, so there's 4 technically there, but I can move. Get off from it. Move that up. And then just duplicate those. Right, so that is just needing those topple down chairs, but that's the right. I'm happy with that. For what I can do, I mean, I can technically push those a little bit back, but that's as far as I'm going to get with bloody trying to replicate where those positions are. This is Maya 2012. And the only reason why I'm using this is because the tools I use only work with 2012. They won't work with any of the later editions of it. I just find it easier to just stick with what I bloody know. I'm once supposed to be going to the bloody Blender, but I still haven't. Keep saying I'm going to retire Maya this year. I haven't done it yet, though, have I? Oh, Jesus, wet. I don't know what's gotten into me today. Right. I can just get that chair there, because these are all the same knocked over, aren't they? Aha, that's why it's looking a little weird. So this one needs to be knocked over. So I'll just push that up a little bit. So that's what that one is. And then there's one across from here, knocked over there. Same position as that one. Right, so that's all the chairs in the right place, as best as I can get them. Right, so I've got camera 0 looking at the door, camera 1 looking there. I need to get camera 2 implemented now, just so I can get an idea of how this is all going to bloody work. Oh no, that'll do. Right, so maybe from that point there, because camera 1's there. Drag it along like that. Maybe even stick it in that corner. But then again, I still need to finish off that corner door. If I move it out a little bit. And then just maybe drag that there, like that. Get that render. Oh, that's alright. I like that. Actually, I might need to move that round just a little bit more though. Yeah, that's fine. Right, I need to adjust these lights though, don't I? Put that one there in that corner. I need to put some on the bloody stage. Some stage lights in there. 2 there. Definitely putting those bloody curtains on the stage though. It needs something there. It just looks so bare. Oh god, look at Arcade May, just, you know, it just looks so bare without curtains. Arguing the absolute toss with it. Right. So that one can go there. I'm going to need one maybe in this corner here, covering that so the camera free for this. Oop, bloody hell. Grab it, drag it. See how that one looks. I'm not even really in the camera phase yet. I'm just sticking them in to see where the best positions might be for stuff. Oh, that one looks alright. Oh, I've just realised I'm going to have to put a custom camera in there for when you have a close-up on good old Leon. I've just realised that. Totally forgot that he was in this game, didn't you? I know I bloody did for that 1 second. But I don't really need to attach them all in one piece, technically, because it's only been used for pre-rendering. So the only thing we need for the engine itself is the camera angles, the collision data, which I'll be doing after I've got all this room built, and the renders themselves. So I won't even need to do anything with the actual meshes themselves. That would be if I was going to put it into a different engine altogether, but I'm not going to be doing that, because it defeats the purpose of the project we're trying to do. Right, so I've got them in, got the chairs in. I need to have those knocked over plants, but I'll do that later. Right. I will have to rise them up though, because they need to be on a carpet. That's so obscure looking bloody carpet and all. Oh my god. Right. The stage needs to be done. Excuse me. Right, I'm going to do that as well. Grab the boundaries. I'm just going to do it with this little bit here. Push that out a bit. Now let's see what happens when I bevel you. That's fine. No, I just need to push that. Ooh, no, not that bit. Ooh, no, what are you doing? Not those bits. I need the entire thing pushing. It's a bit too out. Let me grab you. And you guys, I don't need that. I just need to push that in just a tad bit. That should be alright. It's adding detailing, so... yeah, I don't need to worry about any of that. Because again, it's pre-rendered. The only physical mesh data that's going to be used is the collision data when I import that, and that's all the engine worries about. If we try to put in all of this with the high poly, it is that it would just not be able to load it in engine. Because we're talking primitive 90s tech here. It wouldn't be able to do over 100,000 polygons in a room. There's a strict limit to how many polygons it can load. I just don't remember the number. But it'd be no way would it be able to load any of this in. That's why they did it all as renders and collision data and all the stuff they did. Actually, doing it with a curtain makes it a bit more of a mystery as well, because you know that Leon is going to be behind here when you drop, but then you drop down there, don't you? So no, it doesn't. I'm still putting that freaking curtain in. It is a mystery of what's on this side, though. Oh yes, that's 600 freaking zombies. Let's add 600 in that room. Did it all fit? Oh god, you know, I'm losing the plot now. Right. So I said I'm going to put a curtain, set of curtains going across. So what I need to do, if I can remember how to do it, is I need to get a cylinder. have to be that bloody big though. Let's see if I can remember how to do it. Right, you scale this in a bit. So I can still use like that much of the stage there, but there's going to be like a curtain going around. I still don't understand why you wouldn't have a curtain on the stage. If it's a stage, there's a curtain, right? I'll do these as two separate ones though. So I'll do this as maybe that one. Let's see if I can remember how to do it. Exactly, there would be a curtain backstage. Oh, that means I can just model some backstage equipment as well. Oh, the fun of me throwing stuff in there to actually model later on. Things I do for this project. Right. 25 might be a bit mad. Let's do 50 by 50 and see how that goes. Right, I need to just give you a bit more of a... yeah, like that. Maybe a little bit more. Right, I need to... no, not 9. Give me 90. Come on. Actually, I might be able to do it. Yes, that's how we should do it. Right, so let me see if I can remember correctly how to do engons and... not engons. Enclothing. Okay. Because I need to attach them to there, don't I? Oh, and then we can obviously expand that out when it's done. Right, so first things first, I need to go at my end dynamics, don't I? Right, so this needs to be made a collision, so I need to create a passive collider with that one. But then I also need to remember how I did this. How do I do it? How did I do it? I think it's something to do with that, but it's multi in it, so I need to go to multi, grab them. Oh no, I'm gonna grab those. There and there. And I think it's something like end constraint. How did I do it? Was it transform? Don't know if that's how it's... no, it's not that one. Wield adjacent borders potentially. Let me have a look how that will work then. I've made that way bigger than it should be. Let's just test the collisions out then. Oh, of course I'm going to do anything, is it? Oh, of course not. Right, how the hell did I do this all those years ago? Right, do you know what? I need to scale you down. You need to fit the stage, not go all the way through it. You have a good day too. Right, how did I do it originally? I know it was something to do with the points. You would attach these points to that points because that's the collider, and then it's like it'll come to me. It'll come to me in my own crazy way how to do this. It's not passive collider, it's not any... well, I know it's got to create an end cloth, but it's not the mesh that I need. Or was it we had to add the feel to it? Was it gravity? No? can't remember how to do it. It's not welding the adjacent borders. It's not point to surface. It's not component to component. Dynamic. Select dynamic place. Add. Track to matching. Maybe. Let's see what happens now. Nope, nothing. Okay. I wonder if it's because I haven't given this Encloth dynamics yet then. Let me have a... It might just collapse though. No! What? How dare you? How very dare you not collapse when I need you to? Right, fine. Don't do anything with them. Why is it not falling? There should be... Right, I am just going to apply Encloth to this. So it should just fall. Why is it not falling? Why is there no gravity? What's going on? Never had this happen before. 150. It's 150. Hold on, it's got chorus. Why is this not? There's a reason why it's not doing this. Right, I'm going to just try again. Right, I know there's a way to make this Encloth work. Alright, now it's done it, so now what's it going to do? See, so that's Encloth, but obviously there's no collision for it to collide with. So, it won't do anything. So I'm going to show you, that should still be an End Collider. So if I just put it on top of here. The miracles of Encloth technology. Obviously that's like End Collider, and then obviously you see, the idea is you're supposed to use this for like creating, say, like a t-shirt that's on the back of a chair or something. You get all the crinkles in because obviously we didn't have sculpting tech. You could just sculpt stuff like this nowadays, but I still like to go for the old school Enclothy way of doing it. So all I'm going to try and do now is remember how the flaming hell I did this. But that's how you do it. It's all done with animation on the timeline, and you get it to a certain point, and then you can duplicate it, and it will keep that mesh the same it is, because obviously it won't have an Encloth attached to it. But now I need to try and bloody remember how the flaming hell I connected these bloody things. In my defence, I've not done curtains in years. So I've not really had the time to actually use them. I tell a lie, I did it in Resident Evil 3, didn't I? I did the curtains in there for the bloody piano room. So no, I have no excuse. I should remember how to do this, but then again, that was about 4 years ago when I did those rooms. So I don't remember how I did it exactly. I know I looked at a tutorial when I was doing it, but then I had to apply it to the stuff I was working on, which is a whole different bloody thing. But I know it. I'm going to go look. Give me 1 second to look this up. So, yeah, that looks nothing like Photoshop. That looks nothing like Maya. Right. I don't believe I'm going to do this. Oh, why did it have to be a video file? For love of criminy. Right. Skip. 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 Okay. Yeah, I know it's going to fall through, so I need to attach it. Show me how to attach it before I lose all sanity. Okay. Okay. Alright, so I've done it wrong. So attach it with a cube, okay. It's been so long since I did this, I apologise, because I should be, okay, I should be good at this, but I haven't done this in over 4 years. I had to be using a different version of mine. I did this with, oh, I look like crap. Right, so the vertexes are the correct thing, right? You highlight that, end constraint, point to surface. Okay, let me try that then. Let me try that then. Did I just miss out the command? Is that why I wasn't looking correctly? Right, so get rid of the O. Give me a square. Give me a cube. Make it a hell of a lot smaller than that. Okay. Okay, so this is what I have seen it do. First things first, I'm just going to make this bigger. Isn't what I wanted to do. Make it smaller. That's fine, right? So what I need it to do now is go into there. I need to highlight all of the vertices are there. Highlight that. I need to go into there. Point to surface. Now, if I do it now, there we go. And that's how you simulate your cloth physics. So you can see how, like, if you were doing this as like a video, like an FMV, this is how you do curtains, you know, bristling in the wind sort of thing, because you control all this with gravity. But you can still apply it to pre-renders as well, because obviously curtains are going to be in the game. They're in the clock tower, for Christ's sake. I only remember because I built them. I just couldn't remember how to correctly do the curtains themselves. I still need to do some adjustments to this door because I'm not happy with the gravity it's using. You're going to see these things spin around like deranged lunacy in a minute. It's the way I am. So I'm just going to stop that animation for now and carry on looking. Okay. Yeah. So which version is this in? 2018 I'm looking at here. So they still had it in 2018, so I still know how to do the commands and stuff. Right. And is this going to be the nucleus? Yeah. Oh my god, what is all this crap? Right. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, I forgot about that. Let's see if I can do the same here. Right, if I remember correctly, you're not going to let me do it, are you? Why won't you let me do it? Is it because I need to access the vertices? Ah! Yeah. You can adjust these, I remember now, just by piddling around with the scale that you give that. But you can't do it whilst you're animating it. So it's like... That's going to expand now, isn't it? No? Right, so I do need to shrink it in. Oh, maybe not that much. Oh, God. Oh, God. So you see what I mean? This is all experimentation now. We're getting the gravity settings to work. But no, because it's supposed to be with the vertexes, isn't it? Am I... Is it the vertexes I need to adjust? Is that why I'm not getting what I want it to work with? Oh my god, what the hell? No. I suppose there is another way I could do this. I could duplicate that one, can't I? Yeah, I can duplicate the cube. Make that another collision point as well. So again, just want to highlight the vertices there. Just want to go and constrain point to surface. Then what I could do is shrink that in and... Oh, don't do that. Okay, let's try pushing it outwards then. Here's going to tip. It's about there, isn't it? So, just trying to think if I need a third one to do this with. I think those later versions have got a bit more difference to them. Like there's certain things you can't do with it. Give me that point there, then I'll put them there. And then obviously make that a point to surface too. Ideally, I should be able to move that along, and then that should... No? Bear with me 1 minute. It's definitely something I'm doing wrong with the physics. Point to surface. Mm-hmm. Let me have a look. Let me have a look. So it's that one I look at. Full surface. Okay, let's have a look at that now. Oh my god, what the hell is it doing now? Oh, that's really laggy. Why are we lagging this badly? Huh? Okay. Now, does this... I don't think it does in 2012, does it? Oh, there we go. It does have interactive feedback. How fun. So now I can do all kinds of funky stuff. Ooh, maybe not that though. I think what I need to do is set this as high as I can go with it. Let's go to 500. Let's break this off now. And let's do some adjustments as I do it. Why is it not letting me do interactive now? So now I can obviously... You mean I've got to do it whilst I'm wearing it? Well, aren't that bloody crazy? And now it's not working. Why have we stopped working? Right. Interactive feedback. I can't get that one at the bottom. No, damn it! Oh my god, what the hell is it doing? Oh! Ah! Oh, stop, stop. Oh dear God, what have I done? Oh, oh, that's bad. All right. It has indeed been a hot minute, but it's not bloody hot today. It is freezing. Right. I need to... Oh no, I've literally balls this one up, haven't I? Oh God, no. Right, I need to scale you back out. I need to go back into interactive playback, and I need to run it again. And then I just need to bring that in a little bit. And bring that in a bit. Where are you? Bring that in a bit. That's gone a bit too lolly down there now, isn't it? Maybe it's that I need to adjust. That bit at the top. To make that wider. That looks a bit weird though. Oh, Jesus, what? I was waiting for the doorknobs to be mentioned. I was just waiting for it. I thought, oh, somebody's going to mention it. Somebody's got to. It's what I call them. I can't just call them anything but that. It's the Britishness in me. Oh, look, it's a doorknob. It's a door handle, too. You could call it that, but no. We're British. That's what we call them. Ah, the references just keep coming with this stream, don't they? Yeah, I haven't been too bad. Been getting over a cold. And everything else on top of that. Hope you've been okay as well. Right. I really need to sort it out. This has got to be a big curtain. No, this is why it's going to drive me mad. Doing. Oh God, this is just not going well, is it? Well, it is. That's us. That is what we are. That's how we pronounce it. Until Elric gets here, and you'll be like, well, actually, you keep saying this, and it's this, that, and you're like, no, no. I think I've made it too small, but the thing is... how can I do it? I wonder if I move that. That would do it too, wouldn't it? Let me try that. So if I move you... Aha! I'm onto something. Why have you stopped? Oh, you... Well, don't do it then. Don't do it then. Right. I'm going to need to put the curtain there and there. But I want them to be big curtains going along. But at the same time... Yes, just for the benefit of my insanity, I'm going to Oh, why would they be moving there? Oh no, this is not going to go down well, is it? But then again, you never know. Right, interactive feedback. Do it now. So I'll drag it like that. Drag that in just a tad bit. Maybe make that a little bit longer. Ah, there we go. That's... Let me just quickly grab that. Duplicate it. Well, if I just move that out, not the bloody thing, what's going on? Right, if I just quickly... Why aren't you letting me move this? Oh, because it's all the way back there. Oh, no! This is supposed to be a Project Starlight stream. Why am I seeing bloody curtains being made? Because this is how stuff is made, and it's the fun part of it. Right. Let me just do a quick... Well, if you're going to blow up a bloody curtain, let's do it that way. That's perfect. Right, I need to separate them two. I got there in the end. I got what I wanted doing. Oh no, but then that's going to be attached to it. I have a little bit of a wall there with a curtain thing going around. That would work perfectly. I think that's what's going to happen with that one too. Right, so I can't get rid of you, so I'm just going to delete you all. And now I don't have to worry about any of that. Right, so that works out fine. Maybe a little bit of wall there with a little bit of a hook wrap round there. That can be like walled off, and then everybody's favourite crazy man can be hiding behind there. They are indeed. I'm going to add that as now it should be curtain gate. I shall be starting the hashtag in now. Guiding is not guiding without curtain gate. Curtains are needed everywhere. Oh god, hang on. Is this the only room that needs curtains? Oh no, it's not, is it? No, the third floor has them. No. No. Oh! Okay. No ornate curtains for you then on the third floor. You can't have curtains, not allowed. It's only there, and I'm only throwing them in because of shits and giggles. And the fact that it just needs something putting in there because there's nothing there. Right, onwards with this because I want to get this part finished before I cut the stream today. Right, so I'm going to just get a quick... I am just going to get a quick cube built and drag it in. So that's where that's going to be. Things I do for authenticity, I swear. Just want to push that up. Drag that along. No, can't drag it along because that would be stupid. Let me drag that along that way. I'll do it to there. Yes? No? And drag that one there. Definitely going to have to figure this one out. Maybe push that there. Right, so... Bloody hell, these are thick bloody walls! This is coming from a guy who's never worked in a theatre before. There's some very thick bloody walls. Oh, no. No. Just don't. Don't even mention corridors. Don't mention anything to do with corridors. At this moment in time, corridors are non-existent. What are these corridors you speak of? Oh, no. 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 Just... put the curtain rail up now. Not that big. Oh my god. No, not 900, 290. Why are you... That's it. Okay, scale you down. I'm definitely going to scale you down quite a bit, aren't I? Put you there. You're not even matching, are you? Oh, you swine. Right, well that's the curtain rail. I'll have to figure this out. Obviously, it's just those bits there, which I can do. Those walls are way too thick for what they should be, though. I'm going to have to, like... That one, I can kind of get away with it being thick, because obviously... But then... Oh no, you could just walk there. Oh no, what am I going to do? Let's just read that, the whole bloody Starlight. There are no other rooms. This is the only room. This is the only one you need to run around in like a lunatic. Whilst growing a beard as glorious as Barry's. Anyway. Oh, jeez. What am I going to do? Well, I know what I need to do. I need to put a camera angle that's right there. So I need camera 4. Where are you at? There we go. Could probably have that one looking at the stage. Let's have a look. Let's see what camera 4 turns out like. I haven't rendered anything in a while. No, see, it does work. It does work. It just makes that much more fulfilling and more interesting looking than just a big empty bloody stage with Leon lying on the floor concussed because he fell through the bloody wall, through the roof. Whilst clearly trying to not fall through the floor. Gee, I wonder how he could have managed to pull that one off. I think it was his big head myself. I think his big head was the one that made him fall through the floor. But then that's just me saying it. Oh, God. Right, yeah, I like that. I don't think I've done bad, considering I've had to try and, like, fit it and make it more interesting. I think I've done a good bloody job with that. Considering it's supposed to be like a backstage area. Though I suppose I could move that a little bit further forward, but then... No, I don't know. I don't know. Do you know what? I will move it a bit forward. I'm going to move it a little bit forward. About there. About there. Just move it forward a bit like that. Yeah, see, that one looks alright. Obviously, that's going to be a bit of a backstage area that you shouldn't really be able to see. I'm going to be sitting there now, confuddled, aren't I? Just like, how can I improve this somehow? But I don't know how to technically improve it. I'll figure it out. I always do. I mean, that's fine. I suppose climb up and up there, but then you wouldn't need to go around that way. I'm going to have to find a way to block that area off now. I suppose I could make the hole in the roof a lot more. Because it's all technically below the 3rd floor, isn't it? But then that means falling... Well, but then... Do you know what? I think we might do it. I think I'm going to block that off with a whole bunch of debris. Which means it's got to force you to go in, because there's no physical way to just climb up on the steps and then walk around and then walk in. When all else fails, just break the bloody walls down and think about it later. I mean, it's a ship that's falling apart as you're playing through it, and then you've got the tyrant breaking through pissing walls at you. So, of course, why not have more debris? I think it works. I think that's where I'm going with it. Oh, let me reiterate, he don't break through the wall. He breaks through a blaming clock, and it's built into the wall. Yeah, I'm definitely going to do that. So there's going to be some debris on there. Going to be a lot of debris. So that's going to force you to go all the way up there. There'll be a door. You'll go in. There should be a little backstage area there. I really don't know how these bloody things work. Oh wait, yes I do. We need another set of curtains. Can't get away with it. No. I think it's about strategically putting the debris so you can't get through. But I've got to put another big curtain behind that, which hides all that area, which means then you can't go through there. You've got to go all the way back there, in through a door here, and that's where everybody's favourite lunatic on the floor has just cracked his head, noggin from falling through the 3rd floor. Yes, Leon, that's you and your big head. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do it right now. My sanity depends on it. So I need an even bigger curtain than that. Okay, well, at least I know how to do it now. So, I'll just... This has to be a single curtain to mask that behind. And this one I might only get away with only using one, but let's see. Right, quickly put this together. Right, so first things first. I need to make this an end cloth again. I've got to go into there, grab them, drag all those vertices, grab that there, and then make that point to surface. So if I'm right now when I run this, yes, perfect. Right, next thing I need to do, that's on 0, isn't it? Yep. Is I need to adjust the settings for this, so I need to make that full surface. Does the burn resistance I need to make that. A bit laggy now. Why are we lagging? Is it because I've screwed the bloody... Hang on. Command up. Yeah, I definitely screwed that command up. Let me set the command back. It's a bit random, isn't it? That's very random. Why are we running so bloody slow? Hang on. Frame change. Too large. Well, what do you want me to set it to? 250? Well, what do you want me to set it to now? 150? Is that large enough for you? You're not going to explode, are you? Why did this start suddenly going all ape shit on me? Here's full surface. Have I... Is it the collision strength I need to do as well? Is that why it's gone a bit doolally? No? Well, this is going to be interesting, isn't it? Do you know what? Last time I used 3DS Max was Christ, when was it I last used 3ds Max? It's quite a long time ago. That's why I stick with Maya now. I don't know. Last time I used it, I want to say maybe 2011, I think, give or take a year. Roughly. Hold on, I just been pressing the wrong command. I've been pressing the wrong command, haven't I? Try that now. That's better. Don't need to go ape crazy like that. Yeah, it's been so long since I've used that. Because in uni it was all Maya, which is why I still use it, because I just find it a lot easier to work with than Max with its rollouts. Whoever thought doing it with rollout commands would make it easier? No, it doesn't. It made everything 10 times bloody worse, and you should feel bad for it. Whoever thought that was a great idea? I'm going to put that in there. Ew, hang on, it's going to be a bit random, isn't it? Let me just scale you down a bit. I'll do. Maybe I can push that down a little bit more. Do that. Right, let's do that again. Add that surface. Right, I'm going to do a quick save of this because I know what's going to happen as soon as I do interactive feedback. This is when I need to set it to about 5 bloody 100. Thank you. Just so I can bloody bugger around with the offsets. Right. Nope, it is definitely going to be 500. You are going to have 500 to work with. Leave me alone, animation data. Right, interactive feedback. I want to scale that in a bit. I want to scale that out quite a bit. Oh! Oh no! Oh no! It's done it again, hasn't it? I need to. I wonder. I mean, this is supposed to be big. It's supposed to take up that. I suppose I could shrink it and then just do it there. Rollouts? Rollouts? What are these things that you call rollouts? Just never talk about rollouts. Just never talk about Max in general. It's a fate worse than death trying to work in that flaming program. I don't know why people work in it. I found it to be quite horrible. And the only thing I could do with it was rig anyway, so... Right. This is going to look so horrible, though, isn't it? Oh... Then again, I don't know. Hey, it looks too big. I suppose how I could do it is I could, like... Even I don't know what the hell I'm doing now. Trying to do. What am I trying to do? I think I've gone a bit mad. I've gone curtain mad. I am trying to keep very professional with these streams. I really am, but you know, you've got to laugh at some of the stuff that's said because it's witty banter and it is needed. Oh God. Well, they're too bloody small. What the hell's going on there? Ideas are throwing through my head. What if there's more chairs and they're all stacked in front of here? Like so. So you can't actually get in. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe find a whole bunch of corpses in there. Get a bit of debris in there as well, but I want to just make it so you can't get in there. Oh God almighty. I don't even doing this now. It's like, yes, this is what happened in today's stream. Enjoy the lunacy happening. There. Now nobody can get in. That's what I'm doing. I'll just go mad with the chairs, with the debris. That is what I'm doing. Yes, that's what I think I'm going to need to do. Yeah. No. Keep the tone as it is. I don't mind. I don't, honestly. Right, what I could do then. Let's put a few of these in the corner. Stacked up. Just not that way. Because that makes no bloody sense, does it? That way does. That makes perfect sense. Can we stack these up? Of course I bloody can. Why would I even think? Right, I'm just gonna... Rotate it away. There you go. We can totally rotate and stack these. This is the total Uber way of doing it. I'm going with that. I just don't care. I'm going with that. It's not like we're going to be able to physically push these over anyway, but you know. Oh. Yes, they're fine. They will do. Yes. So a few of them around. Have it like barricaded up. So you've got no choice but to go down this little corridor where there will be a door. And probably the same door model. Because you know what? I'm just sick and tired of modelling doors for this. So I'm just going to use the same bloody door model. Probably because I'm lazy. But just flip that 0. Put it there. Oh, but then it needs the funky door frames. Oh, no. This is not going to work, is it? These won't fit. I'll have to shrink them. Damn you, Starlight, and your funky doors. I'm going to have to shrink these. Ugh, shrink them. Right. Let me just put this in. What are we on? I'm finishing the stream in a minute. I think I've done what I need to do today. That's it. See, would not know. I've never been on a ship before. I've only seen pictures. I've never been on one. At least not yet. Right, so can I get in there? Camera 5. I'll just do this as a quick grabberoo. Where are you, camera 5? Don't fail me now. No, that's camera 6's aim. That's it. Do a new angle. Going up the stalls. Then just drag that aim round. Potentially put it there. Let's have a look what number 5 looks like. I am not going to rewatch Titanic. No, don't give me ideas. I'm not going to rewatch Titanic. Because you know what'll happen. You'll start seeing pictures of Barry and Leon on the bow of this bloody ship when we got that built. It's a bromance, damn it! Oh, God almighty. Oh, no, I'm not. No. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to put one more angle in and then I'm finishing the stream. I will not go and watch Titanic. I will not decide to think, ooh, maybe just for references. Because this is me we're talking about. I would do it. I'm crazy like that. Right, I want to get that angle where the door is. Can I do that? Will it work? God, that's a bit too bare. Might need to shrink this angle down a bit, actually, because it's quite narrow. It might work. Ooh! Well, if you want to go through the doorway that way, by all means. Just no, that one, push it up a bit. Barry is not going to be there, sat there trying to draw Leon like one of his French girls. We're not going over this. What is it? 3 hours long? I can't remember that fucking far back. If it's 3 hours long, yeah, I think it was, wasn't it? From what I can remember of it, anyway. Oh, that gives us 2 extra angles. One for a close-up of that crazy son of a bitch, and one for when we go in there, but I'll add that an additional angle because I think I'm going to need to anyway. Rambling as I do. Oh, bloody VHS, now we're going back a bit. I'm sure it's about 3 hours long. Roughly. And that's before we even take the extended edition into it. Oh dear, oh dear. Don't make me go watch that film. I swear to God I'm going to go sit there and watch it now. Unless I just look at pictures of the Titanic and the Olympic, because that'll give me so many ideas for stuff I could put in there. And how many Betamax tapes would that be then? Yes, thank God, I don't want it to traumatise my brain already as it is. It's bad enough I've already got pictures of Barry drawing a semi-naked Leon, like one of his French girls, which just comes off as so disturbing. Watch somebody go and do that as fan art now, and watch me lose my complete shit over seeing it. This Resident Evil fandom, the stuff we come up with. Oh, God. No wonder Capcom's trying to friggin' prevent modding. Oh, Jesus. Right. I am going to finish the stream off because there has been so much stuff I've had to work out in this one. Okay. So, progress has been made. There still needs to be a lot more progress done on this room now. Just getting it this far has been a bloody chore. I'll do the next stream for this on Tuesday, probably. I'll update my Twitter feed when I do. So, I'd like to thank everybody who's watched this stream and slowly seeing my sanity get drained as I'm trying to fix it. It's not been too bad. It's all the other rooms have been straightforward. This one's just been an absolute pain in the ass because it's like I've had to adjust it. And now nothing's fitting properly. Cool. Because, yeah, that'll probably be Tuesday because I try and do them in sequence so I can do Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. So it probably might be Tuesday I'll do this next stream. Because I need to sit down and think about this thing. See what else I can go with it. No pictures of... Oh, no. That's the highlight of this stream. How can we do a bit of bromance with these two? Oh, there's plenty of things we could do for that. Well, let's not do that. I'm going to pass that on to Elric, see what he says. Because that would be fun. Like some uber-duper bonus cutscene that he could implement. I'm actually going to ask him if he can do that. Right, anyway. I'm finishing the stream. Thank you everybody for watching. Should be back with Tuesday with this. And probably we'll get this room finished and I can get ready for running around in game. What I've done. Right, I'm off. I'll see you later. You too.